I am at Thumba Beach. Thumba is a village in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, in India. Uh, the place is historic for many reasons, ones which I'll get to in just a moment. For now, I guess you can look at the sun that's setting over the sea, Arabian Sea. Today is the 18th of March, of 2026, and I want to bring your attention back to a couple of days earlier. Which was 16th of March 2026. Uh, 16th of March 2026 happens to be the 100-year anniversary of. Oops, I got to run from the phone. Yeah. It happens to be the 100-year anniversary of Robert Goddard, the rocket pioneer, testing out the first ever liquid rocket engine. Robert Goddard was actually known for many, many other developments. I mean, he did things that many of us right now, 100 years later, find futuristic. And he did like the early crude versions of those. Did not just think of them, he actually made them. Sun is about to set. So, in the spirit of the sun setting, I wanted to talk about a few things. Whenever the sun sets, people don't wail, people don't cry, people rejoice that there is going to be a beautiful night, maybe a bit scary night, but a beautiful one. And then there's going to be a bright morning right after that. So, what is the fact? What is the feeling that we are exposing ourselves to there? It's hope. It's a belief. It's faith. The reason I bring up this right now, sun is just about to set, is Mr. Robert Goddard did not lose faith. In fact, 6 years prior to his liquid rocket achievement, his endeavors, let's just say, were called futile and too damn futuristic. I'll turn around. I'll walk this way now. I don't know if you can see the sun, but whoops. They were deemed too damn futuristic for it to make any sense. People thought moon travel was centuries ahead, and it was just, impossible. The New York Times said that. By the way, in these matters, New York Times has had a pretty poor record. Pretty poor track record. December 8th, 1903, they made a statement that that man won't fly for 1,000,000 years. And literally 9 days after that, Wright brothers flew for the first time. So take that, NYT. And so did Robert Goddard. He, like 6 years before his liquid rocket thing, they, attacked him as someone who is wasting his time. But he was not. And even despite that negative publicity, he persevered for 6 more years. Okay, the sun is literally touching the horizon right now. I'll get back to this video. The shape that you're seeing on camera is not a phone effect. I can see it with my eyes right now. The sun actually looks like that. Besides the colors, obviously. But yeah. marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. And to think we get to see these sights every 24 hours. There she goes. Okay, back to our video. The sunset has happened. I have about 18 minutes of light left. So let's talk about that. So Robert Goddard, right? He persevered for 6 more years. He made the liquid rocket engine a success and merely noted it down in his diary in the most it was an understatement of the century, and no, that was not a pun. Uh, uh, since then, liquid rocket engines have come such a long way. Earlier, mankind's endeavors into rocket engines were mainly in the form of solid rocket engines, which do provide high thrust, high reliability, but they're not as efficient as say liquid rocket engines. So it was Goddard's and other rocket pioneers thought that they will work on the efficiency of the rocket engines. And efficiency is something that we take very seriously in present day. We want everything to be efficient. We want our workflow to be efficient. We want our energy devices to be efficient. We want our we want everything to be efficient. And it's it's one of mankind's most persistent endeavors, and one of the hallmarks and one of the beacons of efficiency in the world right now, at least something that I feel is one of the hallmarks of efficiency, is ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, often touted as one of the most efficient and one of the most cost-saving space agencies on the planet. It is pretty efficient. It works on a shoestring budget and still returns some of it. I don't know how, but they still do. They have a wide gamut of launch vehicles that they operate, currently operational. And that's... oops, big wave. That's what the efficiency is about. Like they make these launches happen on such a small budget. Oops. I'm gonna head further up. I am an Indian citizen. I have been fascinated by ISRO for as long as I can remember. As a kid, as a teenager, in college, in my work life as well. And it was always a dream to come here on Thumba Beach, where it all began. November 21st, 1963 is when we obtained a solid rocket, two-stage solid rocket called Nike Apache from the Americans. And we launched it for the first time. It was the first rocket launch, first officially recorded rocket launch in India. Surely there were other ones before, but this was the first official rocket launch under the INCOSPAR, Indian National Committee for Space Research. I may be getting that wrong, but yeah. But November 21st, 1963 is when this happened, and it was always a dream of mine. In fact, to come down in 2023 when it was the 60th anniversary celebrations for rocket launches from this area, the Turls, and if you look that way, forgive my slippers, but if you look that way, is where Vikram Sarabhai Space Center is, and that's where they launch their rockets from. Now coming back to present day, so 16 March was the day before yesterday, which was 100th anniversary of Robert Goddard's liquid rocket adventures and everything else. And today is 18th March 2026, and I got to see a sounding rocket launch from right there, right where the guy is, or somewhere maybe 5 or 6 kilometers down there. So yeah, my first ever rocket launch, by the way. This was an experience in and of itself, and I had tried earlier in 2023 to come by, couldn't make it happen. This time I came with my parents. We visited Thiruvananthapuram is known as the temple city. I visited a lot of temples, and the ultimate plan was to visit the space center for the launch and the space museum, where the space museum is where the old church used to be from the 60s, and the plan was that. So Sunday, the plan was that my parents would leave by Monday morning. Monday evening, I decided to come down to the beach and do this essentially. But fate had other plans. Fate said, "I'm gonna put you in a little road accident," and yeah, luckily nothing happened. Nothing big happened. I got injured. Yes, obviously. I can't show you my wounds. A couple of wounds, maybe too graphic, but I got injured. Rested for an entire day on Tuesday, and today, Wednesday, I gathered enough energy to go and see the rocket launch. Now, if you call this blind faith or just insanity, or just hope that one day everything will become better. One day I will do things that will make my own life better, hopefully others' lives better too. That is my hope. That is ISRO's hope. That was Robert Goddard's hope. And that is what we all rest on. Not just efficiency, but the hope for efficiency. The hope that we will do something that will impact humanity for the better. And that is what I am here for. Again, remember, the sunset. We all come out to see it. There's a lot of people down there who are out here to see it. We're all here to admire the beauty and to praise Mother Nature for yet another day of beauty. Yet another day of sun, yet another day of night. And yeah, I know that sounds whatever, poetic. I'm waxing poetic here, but I kind of want to do it here. And since we are waxing poetic, and since we are talking about hope, I would like to recite 3 lines from one of my favorite poems of all time, from one of my favorite movies of all time. It's this poem called "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night." There, we are not going gentle. The sea is rough. Yes, laugh at my joke. We are not going gentle into that good night. So the poem goes as such. Oops. Yeah. The sea decided to play a number on me. My pants are wet. Anyways. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age must burn and rave at the end of the day. Rage against the dying of the light. Do not go gentle into that good night. That's what I wanted to say. Here's an injured man with wet pants on a beach in India talking about hope. Hopefully it resonates with you. See ya.